attack, as it's going to be Team 2's decision to attack or defend. And yes, Team Ninja will go with defense. Here comes AZK, who switched over from the Sova to the Breach now on the attack first round.
This could be brutal. This map pool does lean very heavily towards T1 here. It has to start well, though, for Ninja's squad. Got to hit up that pistol, got to play it out right. Ninja, perfect blind. Look at that. Comes out, but still unable to capitalize on it. Big information found. Sonny there, you're going to have Gregor as well. This is not bad. This is the chaos that they can thrive in. You've got Light Utility being chucked down by Brax. Hitting up on Raze as well. Good flank timing. Nice positioning. And suddenly things are looking a little worse for Webb. But Crashy's good thought pattern in this. Nice ideas. Playing it around, and now a 2v4. Let's talk about the issues that can really be exploited in this. Individually playing it out. Allowing these picks to come through is not what you want to be seeing. They've got a double face, they've got to play it together. Clear these angles as a team, and oh no, again, another individual fight. Food is having an absolute brilliant time.
Food playing the Omen for the first time today and making his impact felt. We'll find 3 in the opening pistol round after things started off quite slow for your attackers. 2-1, regather, recompose, and get the bomb planted safely at the B site. Food 3-0 to open things up. Has given up that breach roll to AZK. And talking with Fraud, the coach, he just was harping about how this team was picked up and what they were looking for. They wanted players with versatility, players that had no ego, that were willing to take over supporting roles, to cover each other, to trade out, that won't worry about stats. Food was a guy that he had coached previously playing on Brax's team in CSGO. As soon as he could, signs him to the roster, and I love to see him showcasing his second Agent of the Night.
Now, this... I think Split's become a little bit, well, I say a little bit, a lot more attack-sided than people may remember. If you haven't been keeping up with the EU scene, they've been kind of playing a little bit, you know, on a more regular basis, at least in a competitive manner as of late, you're going to see a lot more attack-sided rounds. Nice little flash in, this is going to cause problems. A set piece of default piece will be nothing crazy, nothing too complex, but Lex is under pressure, under fire, and sadly the switch out to the wall was poorly timed for him. Overwhelmed, Spike should be planted.
Ninja just with his shorting and a few clouds to work with. And he is going to get taken down, as will Sonny. Everyone falling. Morgan's still alive, though. So Morgas with 22 health and a classic pistol versus the 3 remaining T1 members, and it's only a matter of time. Crashies finds a 3rd Spectre kill. It was an eco round for the defenders. Now they've got guns, though, and we'll see if they can hold strong. Op is being purchased by the Jet once again, so keep your eyes on Morgas. Every single time he has the cash, he'll be investing in this operator. They only got 2 rounds. Neither of them had sniper picks coming in on the previous map.
Yeah, let's catch around with Morgan. Let's see where he takes it. Okay, Jet towards middle. Don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Being able to cleanly get away from the angles, being able to kind of, you know, safely get to distance after you take that first shot. Really, really valuable. Oh, look at the movement. Just that shoulder peek, kind of, you know, strafing into it and back out, almost using the kind of availability of the shooting in this game already. Nice work, forces the shot out, and now allows mid control to begin. And mid is very hard to hold now for the defensive side. I like seeing Ninja here, though. That's a good choice. Omen, very diligent at this. Trying to support Ninja, though, is Sonny. Trying to work up through ropes, going to try and get some utility in there. And honestly, for the attacking side, they should hold. And, well, that's not bad. They've actually found a pick there. A really clean pick, too. Now, again, for the attackers, you're looking at the checklist. Take mid and then lean towards the site. This puts a lot of pressure on Lex. Let's see if he can control it.
It's interesting to see no Cypher anymore. The Sage soloing the B site, as Ninja will be able to rotate back to B, having to help out. Lex gets the info. Here's the wall. Now he's got to get a kill. Can't trade it out as Crashies gets the first intro pick. You're going to see this spike going to be planted. Cages are up to block the sites. And this is going to be retake time for Team Ninja. Do they have the coordination? Ninja's kind of by himself on an island on the other side of this wall. Jet now here to help him out.
I'd have liked to see a flank here, if I'm honest, but I guess they don't have the numbers for it. This opens up a chance for this retake, Puckett. This could work out potentially. They need a quick pick, though.
Ninja gets the first. Scott holding strong from the corner. Morgas is just praying that this smoke will eventually drop so he can hit this shot. They can't go for the defuse until all the bodies are dead. And there they go. T1 is going to get cleaned up. Morgan's going to hop the spike as Grego picked up 3. We're waiting for the Rays player to show us a little bit of what he was doing at Twitch Rivals. Here he is again showing off with the Vandal. I was surprised, though. I thought Ninja was playing really aggressive by himself. His pushes through the smoke are actually causing issues for T1.
This ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. Good little switch up. I like seeing some mobility in operator players. Okay, you've shown presence mid. Let's switch it up a bit. Let's hit A. Good idea. Double judge. Wow. Okay. Where are they putting that?
Let's fly.
Are they playing together, or is this just like a? I guess they're gonna try and hold mid with it. Now, again,
Yep.
problem is economy. Yes, they won the round, but it's pretty weak. So they're gonna have to just hope it doesn't get down to a retake scenario because those judges aren't going to do well. If they get this, though, they can get a free upgrade. Crashies has to really hold himself against 2 here. This is not easy to do. If he pushes through that, he's probably dead in the water, but holds the deeper off angle. And let's hope they clear it well. Oh, dearie me, it's not gone good. And now information is seen. They've got it all.
Lauren, what should win? 1 Phantom or 2 judges within 3 feet? Yeah.
I think we got
Judges
the answer to what does happen,
down.
but...
Crashy's a little too strong for you. All right, so looking at the mini-map, you can clearly see where the attack wants to go. A site has been targeted. They're just waiting for this first peek. Can Brax get the pick on Greg? And Grego is playing at the high box. Brax is not going to be aiming at this height. He's going to have to flick if he does go for the peek. Look for potentially a paranoia to come through as well. They've been so good on their takes set up by the Omen player.
Gonna try and show some patience here for the defensive side. They can't over-peak this. They are at a player or 2 disadvantage, and you wanted that one to hit. Now here comes utility, and here comes a push. Next in line is Raze. Excellent time on the ultimate. Finds no one with it. And now time to spam that utility, try and hinder some of these approaches quickly, but they've got the site for now.
Skadoodle so elusive. That wall instantly goes up, blocks the site, dodges the blast pack, and the Sage back up to 100 health.
Cage triggered.
Morgas working with 1, and down goes Lex. So it's just Morgas. The Jet with the ultimate misses the right click, trying to keep the weapon, and down goes the op. So a rough round number 4. T1 up 3-1. And looking at the numbers, this has got to be a full save for nearly everybody on Team Ninja.
Yeah, maybe a sheriff or whatever they like to use could be found. I guess being on the defensive side, you could maybe sit on a frenzy or something of the such. Is Ninja having connectivity issues?
Yeah.
I hope not. It looks like
You
we
ain't
have a force coming in.
disconnected. Stay
Yeah,
strong,
so
Ninja.
hopefully we can get that fixed up. Yeah, hopefully all is good. But we can talk a little bit about this map and at least, you know, how I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I want to see what they approach with here. On the attacking side especially, I think this is going to be fun for, at least to me, seeing what T1 bring. Is it still this kind of focus towards taking that mid control and then punishing rotations? Is it easier to do full sight hits nowadays and leave 1 lurking? That obviously worked very well in that previous round with someone like, you know, Crashies doing very well for themselves. Look at that speed demon, you know? Admin, he's doing it sideways. It's perfect. Thank you for the turtle vibes. That's why you want picture-in-picture. But no,
Right.
again, obviously you guys playing along at home, chat, you know, I love the fact that chat is always so vocal, but get on Twitter and do me a favor, use hashtag Ignition Series, and just tell me your thoughts on this matchup so far. Obviously it's one-sided, but I predicted around 5 rounds to go to Ninja's team. Are you in agreement with me? Do you think it's going to be more? Obviously, 1 round already, it ain't bad. But again, this is when I want your guys' opinions. So do get on Twitter if you can be bothered. I'd appreciate it. I normally like to look at chat, see what they're saying, and steal their analysis. So if you... Exactly. Hashtag Ignition Series. Let me know. Just get on Twitter and let me steal your content and pretend it's mine.
Yeah, and also let us know what other matchups are you looking forward to, because we've got a lot of hardcore fans in the chat right now. I recognize a lot of the names returning from our other tournaments, and we have 16 teams. It's one of the largest events we have seen in North America for a broadcast, and I feel like we're going to see at least 1 or 2 upsets. Remember, only the top 2 from each group will make it to bracket play later in the tournament. Right now, though, we continue the first match of Group A. This is T1 versus Ninja. And after losing 13-2, Ninja trying to answer back. They just got a round win. Will they be able to get more? They're working with nothing this round, so probably have to wait a minute or 2. Skadoodle opening up with the up. Love to see him picking up the sniper rifle.
Poor old Sonny, man. This should be a clean round. They have nothing really to hold us back with, limited utility. A shorty hero there, that's not bad. Holding those angles, but to translate that into a round win gets tricky. He wants to get that gun, I'm pretty sure, if he could, but it's within reach. He's got pressure coming in from Crashies too, baiting out the reposition. So they'll go for it, but the spike's planted. Well, show me the money, Ninja. Let's see what you got here. Beautiful movement. The man's got abilities with a shotgun. Who'd have thought it? That Fortnite prowess showing through, and well, this is a round and a half.
Shadows traveling.
All right, I thought this was clearly a save situation, and if you look at the minimap, he's got a little bit of a window. No one watching the center. Ninja can relocate. He's still about where he started, though, and eventually he's going to get found. Braxton's up top, but Ninja's faster. Going for the ace now. One player to beat. Time ticking away.
Oh, he's running out of time. He's got to make his move. He knows it. Oh, this is a bit of a shame because it looked so damn good. Skadoodle is buying time. That's his one job. A Ninja, a truly valiant attempt. The time never going to be on his side.
All right, Ninja. We've seen you can kill all 5 T1 members by yourself. 2 of them with the shorty. Now you got the whole squad buying up. Let's see it convert into round wins. Team Ninja on defense split. Historically, the most defense-favored map in the game. Now, they've moved the defensive spawns back. You can't rotate through middle when you're setting up. It's way more difficult. You have to have a concrete plan ahead of time. And we'll see if they can continue to hold off T1 at the mid. Ninja's been peeking through these smokes all day, and again, he's going to get aggressive. Nice light up on the stage, but can't quite punish in time. Skadoodle escapes. Ninja keeps pushing through, though. Finds AZK reloading, and now 2 more around the corner.
I want to say there's something to be said about a player who shows no fear. Obviously, when you're facing up against someone like T1, it's easy to get that in your head, to be scared of it, but Ninja doesn't care. He's playing his game, and he's fighting out really well. He's making this tricky now. The revive does come back in, so we are back up to 5 for T1, but he's forced out at least an ultimate to come in, which is always good news. However, can they get any step beyond that? No. It looks like they've hit that brick wall. They still have to take over mid here. So for T1, let's see if they can build up cleanly, see where they head towards. B is looking vulnerable.
So fun to watch Ninja when it works. Unfortunate when you get punished by the other 4 waiting for you. Crashies is going to take down Grego. So now the defense has been ripped open in a second challenge. Insta-punished as Sonny is shut down those ropes. Bomb rotating now to B. You can see Lex is about to have his hands full as there will be 3 from the low end and, of course, 1 challenger from the top. AZK makes quick work of Lex, and that is going to do it for the round. Expect Morgoth to go for the save. He does every round. Does Morgoth have the op? Can we check in on that observer, or is he on a rifle?
I think if he is on either of these, it is an op.
Does have the op.
He's saving.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be keep hold of that towards next round. There's 5 people against you. I don't know if you can go full Ninja on this one, but shout out to Camel, who used the hashtag Ignition series on Twitter. T1 looking very decisive, different to the last tourney. The teams to be all on the same page with nobody going for those hero plays. And Team Ninja will be relying on those hero plays for a couple of rounds their way. 13-5 they've gone for. So I'd say it's a pretty good shot. And I kind of agree with you. I think that sort of take on that is pretty much kind of in line with what I've been trying to say. So again, thank you for using the hashtag. I'll happily sit there and go through if you guys have some good stuff to let me know about. I'm desperately trying to keep hold of this operator. Insta smoke out. Just gonna stay it alive. So at least just keep hold of the op. That's pretty good. The rest of the team can maybe purchase a couple of pistols around it. Try and get their economy working for them.
The panic cloud burst. Just cover myself in smoke and hide. All right, Morgoth has been pretty clean on some of these intros. In fact, Ninja got the first blood of the last round, but then he just kept moving forward. Can defense get the start they need and hold strong? 3 of them are on sheriffs trying to support this op. They're going with a very light buy, but if they don't lose this, they're going to be in a dire position. Spike is going to go down as you're going to see Lex with the opening pick. Skadoodle is dropped. The sheriffs are coming into play for Lex all day long so far. What can the defense make of it, though? Definitely won't be able to get pushed up to get the weapon.
But what I like seeing is that Lex has now taken over some map territory. He's going to make it harder for the attackers to play back through that B-hall area. And again, he's done that perfectly. That's the sort of level-headed, well-thought-out play I like to see from someone like Lex. But the problem is, while all this happens, they are starting to lose a little bit of mid-control. Nice individual play from Morg over towards A. So the extremities are being held. The default that's being run against them isn't working so well here on those smaller kind of purchases. They're feeling a little bit more risky. But Food is trying everything he can to hold on to it. That's two big pickups. This could all fall apart. They don't have the weapons to fight this. Oh, dearie me, it's all gone wrong.
Not like this, Lauren. You had Lex doing everything. 2 headshots, Morg gets a third, and then you all feed in the middle and let just Food eat you up? I mean, they're going to commit. They're going for the ult. Morg going to try and clutch this 1 versus 2. Around the corner is going to be Food. And those should have connected. 50 health left on the Omen. Op comes out, doesn't know if he hit the shot or not, and now he's just going to go for the save. We'll have to give up on this site. Ultimate invested, costly round that should be a win for Team Ninja. And, you know, it's tough. It's really easy for us to sit back and just kind of make fun of poor decisions, chat. I get it. You think they're playing dumb, but you get excited. You're playing against arguably the best team in the world. You have a great start. You want to finish the round, get to the next one. Instead, you get punished.
Yeah, this is looking tough. It's looking pretty tough. There were some really good signs of life there, though. Let's look at those positives. Let's try and take some positives away. Obviously, it's a 6-1. I don't need to tell you the T1 are really good at this game. You work that out for free. Don't worry. Now, what I do want to say is, though, let's look at the positives that are coming out from Ninja's team here. In that previous round, they were able to take the fights on the individual extremities on the map. Someone like Lex taking over that B lobby control, phenomenal, really nice play. And obviously taking that into a second kill is really good. I hope they kind of run with this. Again, a lot of pressure on Morg this round, Puckett. He's got to find these operator picks. I guess he didn't want to get flashed and fully commit. Skadoodle was waiting, so probably the right choice, but it does mean he doesn't get the information he wanted. Smoked up, blinded up, doesn't get to see the full picture. That looked like it was on, but it wasn't, and now it's going to be go time for the attackers.
All right, fortunately, you do have the drone to lead the charge. It's going to be cleaned up instantly. Teleport coming in from Food as he's going to keep this spike alive. They have pushed AZK up all the way to elbow. So potential flank opportunity. There's a player on the other side of the screen. So in a big 1v1 for AZK as Lex goes down. Morgos was res and escapes for now. Grego holds strong up top, and all of a sudden, it is just AZK. His team has abandoned him, and it's Team Ninja with their second round. You said they're going to get 5. Almost halfway there, Lauren.
Whoa, we're halfway there. Double up on the defense. Now, do you know what? Anyone who hates double ups, I had this discussion recently on a like podcast talk show. Get out of here. I love a double operator setup. Give me that all day long. I think it's exciting. We do have Lex on one, Morg on the other, so holding each side of the site. Now, they haven't shown this look before, so I don't know if T1 are ready for it. Normally, if you see a double op against you, you want to hit a full site. You want to take, almost an all-in site hit, and it's very powerful on this map, though. It's very hard to do that because it's very close choke points. Mid-pressure building. Raze has discovered that, and now they've got to get ready for the hit coming their way. Sonny's already on the way over to try and support from ladder room, but nice use of the utility there from Breach, and you're seeing it working so well.
Brax win. The Raze were against Grego, hits him with the blast pack, and the top is cleared out. Spike's going to be planted by Food any moment. Remaining defenders, Morgos once again on the jet. The Sova, Sonny, bottom fragger from game 1, going to try and reinforce. They're going to run together, and that is bad news when they're going up against Brax. Now, something to look at for Brax, not afraid to pop his ult to secure a round. I'm expecting the defenders to just try and save their weapons, but Brax, I love the way he plays the Raze. He is one of the scariest Razes on the planet. Okay, Morg. Woo, that's 2.
Blink and you miss it. Uh-oh, who's the Breach from above? AZK. That's just cruel. They want to get those guns away. They want to do it fast. Morg says no, he wants to keep hold of this operator. Why did you do that? Why did you do that, Morg? You did everything right.
Right.
He can afford one again, but...
He could have bought for Lex here. Instead, that challenge with the off is going to cost him big.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate to re-peak on that. Didn't need to. It was the end of the round. That's frustrating to see. But Moseley playing well as an individual, and the double operator setup then just kind of got instantly found out with that super heavy mid pressure just flooding in over towards heaven. Looks like another mid battle is going to go down. So far, the Raze has been doing very well for the defensive team at discovering it. Grego doing really nice on that again. Gonna get a good idea. Gonna force the rotations pretty out. Sonny, that's been the normal response here. And honestly, if T1 worked that out, this could be even harder. They're pulling these rotations really quickly off of A, for example, and it's right to do so, but it does open up these sites. So, gonna get a little bit tricky. Skadoodle does get gifted an angle here to work towards heaven, but Ninja's on the other side, and it doesn't matter. Skadoodle adjusts quicker than they can do anything about, and it's mid-control gained again.
Round 10 of 12 in our first half. Team Ninja with 2 on the board. Will they be able to find a third? Not the start of the round they were looking for. Crashies is taken out, but the rest remain. And here comes the Paranoia to lead the charge. They've been using their Omen so well on Ascent. We haven't seen a lot of Paranoia setting up the pushes on attack. Historically, if you ever watch T1, always a Brimstone in the mix. They're now swapping that out for the Omen since the updates. And Lex, he sees the wall. He knows the pressure is going to be here. He hears footsteps and is going to make the call. The question is, how many people are waiting on the other side?
This is a very standard execute from T1. This should be their almost default mid to B take. In a way, you take that mid pressure, you win the 2 fights out there because you now have wider angles to play with, and you lean towards the site, and they've done it. They've done it well. They're holding these guys back, but it's now retake time, and you've got to hope there's some utility left in the defensive side to make this harder work. Now Morgan going to find one. That's a big pick from Lex to find food, and now it does leave it down to just a couple of players here. Skadoodle still standing as being a nuisance. Brax going to play for the spike, pretty sure. Oh, Morgan has no idea. Brax gets played in. Spike the fire, and yeah, shut down in the end. The attackers win the round. Skadoodle just doing Skadoodle things, and honestly, the problem becomes, I've got to say it, like, even the standard execute from T1, just kind of your basic, your bread and butter, your default, take over mid, lean towards the site. It's really hard to hold, and sadly, it looks like, pound for pound, it's gonna be hard for Ninja's team to try and keep up to that.
It's a pickup squad going up against the first side player, as well as their full roster that was locked in 3 weeks ago with 5 to 6 scrims a day, 3 weeks straight. Crashy's on the intro here. He's going to pop the camera as always. He can always teach you something if you're a Cypher fan. AZK is going to punish the aggression. And this is a round that Team Ninja does not expect to win. Low buy. Very low armor. And it's going to be Lex holding down B, but middle has been given up if Sunny and Ninja cannot hold this pressure. I always question these rope plays.
From Why'd you question it?
I see you get one. Can you get out with your life ever, is the question. And if you do come back in, do you have the time to get over to B to have an impact? You can see the rotation coming in from your attackers, though. They're going through the sewer. And these A ropes are watched by Crashies, who was devastating there in round number 3.
Now let's look at how they want to set this up. You can either get Crashies take the attention and still trying to keep their focus towards middle, or he plays the lurk. And that's putting more faith in the 4-man squad to hit the A site correctly. This is going to be fun. I want to see how they play this out. Keep note of the timing. Smoke comes in, they peek towards ramps. They're starting to build up here. Crashies is not being too subtle, but he's still holding his own. Grego has to at least get 2 in this scenario, because rotations are not going to be for a while. Nice work from Sonny to try and keep them humble, but the side hit comes in. Grego, this could be big. That's not bad. That's exactly what they needed. 2 big kills, and now the flank starts to come in. Crashies has to be pivotal here, or it's all for nothing.
It's a great paranoia going right underneath Sunny. He dodges the blind. And now Sunny is going to be able to take down Crashies. So heaven is secured. You have to get through the 2 on site. And when Skadoodle is open like he is right now, you are not getting through the Sage. Skadoodle 9 and 6. He's kept this up for the last 3 rounds. He got a triple in the previous round, and here he is adding 2 more.
Now, again, let's look at what Crashies did there. Perfect timing on the flank, and it's the classic. It's only baiting if you don't win the round, right? It's like, it's the amount of people who I see playing, something like, like Cypher and using it as an excuse to not get valuable kills. is pretty frustrating. They'll get like the one kill and do nothing with it. It's not the valuable kill where you're watching Crashies, he's getting the valuable kills for it. And again, we'll try and highlight that when it happens. And it's good to see, by the way, all the players in chat. I'm seeing Sharky in chat. I'm seeing all these players, you know, coming out, watching the games. It's
What's
always
up,
good
guys?
to see it. But again, this is a bit of a stack here. We've finally got 3 players present towards 8, and they're going to have to trade in effectively on this one. It's going to be a little bit trickier to take the side, but for now they're doing okay. Sonny is quicker on the trigger this time. He was over by ropes before, that time playing a little bit closer towards heaven. Do still have more here, but they're locked off the side now.
Some quality recon bolts going out. Crashy's trying to use his cages to slide up A ramp and keep Mort there with the off. His teammates on site, and finally Skadoodle's run is put to an end. Food finds 2 before the flank comes in, and that is going to be it for the first half. 10-2 in favor of T1. They need just 3 more. In the moment, though, can I talk to chat? Because I just saw that 10's got 39 kills for the Lost as C9 goes 0-2 in their first match. Can we please confirm any admins here on site, or is someone lying to me again? Because I casted 10s here in the Immortal Tournament, and he's good for 30 every map.
I mean, can we just remember, I know they pretend that it's Cloud9, but it will always be 10s and friends when he's putting up those numbers. And a quick check-in, obviously, on the half switch here with what you guys at home were saying, using that hashtag Ignition series. I've got to say, Big Hog Pog, my guy, already, I hope that's about Hogger. Just wanna put it out there. Excited for the new 100 Thieves roster. That is going to be fun. I think that is something that's on, almost the forefront of my mind, is getting to see those guys play. Pico is also so sick and diverse. Wardell is way too nasty with the op, though. You're right, it is going to be a fun matchup seeing how these guys go. I think this is the big prospect, and the fun thing about this is you get to finally see who's really leading the way in North America. Anyway, let's get into this round as we see a big mid play coming out. And so far, it's worked out really well for Ninja Squad. That pick for Lex is massive.
Nice work from Lex. Old CS head still hitting his shots, taking over the support role on Sage. Lex most likely leading as the in-game caller, as he has been known to do so in the past. And it looks like they're going to go up top, running in to Skadoodle. Gives up his position, but wins the gunfight. Crashies is also going to find Sunny at the same time, so the numbers starting to even out 3-3. Ninja will trade Crashies once again. So B site is under attack, and Grego trying to shut it down, but will not be able to yet. Brack's last defender standing here, going up against the Omen. Ninja, weak spike in hand in 28 seconds. He's got plenty of time to make it to A, but I bet you Brax reads this.
Let's see if he does. He didn't waste time on this. This was quick from Ninja. He might be a little ahead of the game, and he is. Ninja just outplayed Swag. Maybe this time he will lose. Who knows? I mean, the tag's not in the name anymore, but nicely played from Ninja to run that back real quick. Instantly go on that rotation to get behind him. Obviously, in someone like Brax's mind, there probably wasn't enough time for him to get towards the other bomb site, spike site. So he probably wasn't too worried about it, but nice read from Ninja to go instantly for the aggression. It's a risky play because, let's be honest, if he doesn't get that kill, if he doesn't find Brax, he gets to, he looks a bit like a fool, right? And it sucks. You don't want that. But this opens up the chance for potentially those 5 rounds, right? You should convert this round. Should. So we're getting very close.
And Morgaz is going to get lit up by the breach to start that A push. They're going to back down after some smokes go out. Don't worry, though. Omen smokes recharge after 30 seconds. Meanwhile, Ninja leaning with Lex over at the B site. They have Spike in hand, but Crashy's on that Cypher, of course, is going to see any movement with his camera.
And look in the attack. Real quick, straight up default. Just taking their time around the site. I'd like to see them stack up a little bit here, because defaults, there's threats because you come into a stack potentially. If they misread this and let's say they lean towards A, they could run into 4 players. Yeah, they only got pistols, but those pistols could do work and they can trade in well on it. Now, that's a good little pickup. Almost a freebie there. The food going down, and you're going to see the trades. Now, so far, so good for Team Ninja. This is good trading. Let's look him towards Crashies. Has he read this? Did he hear it? He's definitely heard something. Gonna call out, hey, good luck, Raze. Have fun, Brax. Bang the big boy shots. Show me what that deagle do.
All right, they definitely heard him drop, but they are outpacing the rotation. Crashy's trying to get sneaky. Sunny did not hear the drop, but Lex is going to hold the angle, and that flank is dead. Brax Last man standing, 1 versus 3. Needs 3 headshots. Gonna be lit up by the shock dart. 10 health. A single bullet anywhere in the body, and this round is over. Doesn't need a bullet. Ninja's gonna put it in him anyway.
Nice, really nice. This is good. 3 alive, not bad. You're keeping the economy building really well. This is the problem. This is gonna be the big round. This is the swing factor, right? Do we get to see a competitive game, or at least should I say a competitive-looking game, scoreline-wise, or does it go 4-13? Because now, obviously, you guys at home play the game. You know the economy system. I'll explain it for those who haven't paid attention. You win the first 2 rounds on the pistol. You convert it on the second. You have the superior buy. Third round comes back in. The team that lost the first 2 will have a better buy coming out against you. You'll be probably still on the Spectres, the Bulldogs, but you will have that full armor. So it's a bit trickier this round. I want to see the approach coming out from Ninja's team. They've got to be aware of this.
Camera as high as it can possibly be. Crashy's first scout. And he can see over the smokes. This is such a beautiful camera. And it will finally be removed. Okay. Information has been gathered, though. And now they know the commit is coming, and Gregor's going to pop the ultimate, but Skadoodle hits the headshot before the Wraith can launch the rocket. Crashes is going to answer on the Morgan. They've got him trapped in the B corner, but his teammates are in heaven to support.
Okay, that was nice, Sonny. I mean, I know him as, you know, the World of Warcraft player. I see that Horde, Tauren, proud-looking man wandering around the Barrens, but this ain't bad. This ain't a bad look. All right, 10-4. And now they've got to find a little bit more here for Ninja Squad. 3 standing against 4. But where can they take that? Where can they try and exploit this? They fell off this site to try and kind of alleviate the pressure, force some of those rotations to filter back across the map, like Raze is doing, like Omen is doing. They have to be careful towards A now, because it's been wide open. So you're trying to create that paranoia, that worry, that idea of, wait, are they not here? Did they move? Did they leave? Okay, where can we be here? So let's have a look. It looks like they've read this one. May have heard a step or some utility. They definitely have heard utility, because you can see everything coming out now. Omen already on the site. AZK finds Lex. It's not looking so good now.
It's tough. You want the information on that solo, but as soon as you pop the drone, you give up the position of all 3. Skadoodle is going to connect with his 3rd kill of the stage. Gives his teammate a little bit of bonus money moving forward. T1 feeling confident as they're now sitting at 11-4, and you look at the money for Ninja's team, you could get a buy here. Not everyone's going to be able to afford full armor, or will they? It looks like Sheriff coming out for Sunny. We'll see what Grego decides to do with the kit.
Almost a Russian buy, almost. Counter-Strike, Russian buys, it isn't now. It's 3 rifles and 2 kind of like lesser buys. But I'd like to see that, kind of the 1 rifle investment, if you can afford it, and everyone else just kind of on a bit of an eco. You can really set people up into plays for that. But now on the attacking side, it's going to be trying to find some picks, maybe punish some of the over-aggression, and I want to see if this becomes a thing for T1. Do they get complacent? Do they over-push? So far, the answer is no. So far, they've been playing really well. Good amounts of aggression, that right balance of it. And I want to see if they maybe get a little bit too peaky here or there, if they try and over-push an angle or two. But as I said, these guys are incredibly good at what they do. They're very calm, very collected. It's making it hard work for Ninja Squad. You know, how do we get these picks? How do we make them uncomfortable? That's the question, and they're not quite able to do it yet.
Lauren, we asked the chat earlier, who's going to win this one, T1 or Ninja? 89% went with T1. 11% had faith in Team Ninja. Well, you 11% are really hoping for a miracle. You need to win this round. You've bought up. You spent all the money. Now how do you get through? Crashy's on the other side of the wall. Has some info. Has tagged up one with his camera, but camera down. Expect the rotation. Ninja's going to hold the orb, try and draw a little bit of action, and actually gets out with it and the ultimate.
This should be a patient round, but leaving it down to 25 seconds, this is rough. I don't mind a slow round, but they've got to convert fast. There's no room for error now. 20 seconds, you got to go. You already have 1 player on the other side. That's going to be food. Probably going to be good for 2 here. That smoke keeping him safe. That purple background, perfect to play on, but now 12 seconds. Where's that spike? It's locked up in the ropes. This could be a huge error. This could be a big mistake, and, well, the kills aren't coming in either. A bit of a blunder on the time. It could have been quicker. It could have been better, Puckett, and we're looking like this could be done.
We said 7 rounds was the number to beat. That's what TSM beat Echo 8. 7 rounds through 2 games. T1 in a position to make it just 6 rounds to Team Ninja. Now remember, if there's any tiebreakers, the first tiebreaker in group play will be round record after you have a tied series score. So T1 definitely trying to be on top of the heap when it comes to the best overall round record. They will be at 26-6 if they can close it down here. Looking at the enemy buy, the attackers, 2 Spectres, 3 Sheriffs, full body armor, and it looks like almost everyone has their kit. Let's see what they can do with it.
Gotta be big. Already not the perfect start. More going down, and food. Oh no, food's popping off. Fuck it. This is mean.
He's holding forward. He's holding W. Just go get him food. He started with a 3K, trying to close it with a 3K. 3 for food. That's going to leave Ninja up with his Sage, and that Sage does not have a res. Poor Lex.
Okay, maybe not too poor just yet. There's still life in him
There's
yet.
the res. Revive is available.
That's pretty important. Here we go. Come on, Lex, get that res. Come on, old man, Lex, you got this.
Which
the right
one?
res.
Which
There
one?
it is. Okay.
We'll go with Sunny. Yeah.
Probably for the ultimate, maybe Jet was too far away. I think Jet was the first player that potentially went down, so maybe not a safe res, so they went for the other player who's got the ult. Pretty a smart choice, and actually, they got to get a wiggle on, but they could do something about this. The other 2 players, the defenders, are on towards A, so this is the correct read from the attacking side.
Don't you hate that? You're in a 4-on-2, you're like, guys, we got this. They'll feed into us. And then all of a sudden, one gunfight changes everything. Earns the resurrect, brings a teammate back. Ninja, never afraid to peek corners, is going to find Brax with a gun down, and it's just one man standing. Skadoodle drops, and they are still fighting 12-5 as Team Ninja on an eco round, or a very, very light buy, is able to pull it off.
They managed to play that round to what you'd really like to see on the attacking side of Split. Take that mid control with a good couple of players, and then, once you cause those rotations, you cause that paranoia to kick in on the defensive side, and they over-rotate, or, get stuck towards A, for example. They hit that B side, or, vice versa. It works either way. But, this might just kind of empower T1 to go, alright, you've got your 5 rounds, get away. No more. No more fun for you. The economy's still a bit weak as well for the attackers here, so this is, again, going to be a really hard-fought round.
Taking a look at the early action, it's Crashy's getting aggressive. Ninja is still around his spawn corner, and he gives it up with the paranoia. Here's the shots and gets the freebie on Crashy's. Great use of the utility by the Omen. And the rest of his team, well, they were stacked up at A. After the drone goes out, we could see the push here led by Grego. Lots of time, Lauren. What would be your play? You can't make any mistakes at this point in the game.
Full on-site hit. You've taken one player away, you're probably going to come against 2 players, just make sure you trade in properly. Here comes the ultimate, Food's in a bit of trouble, going to be baiting out the ultimate, so well played by Food. The guy's really good at this. Now Ninja's going off. Ninja's playing a big boy game here. He needs the rest of the team to step up, and now we're going to have a, 3v5? Oh no, Food's getting angry. I don't like it when Food gets angry. Finally Lex on the trade though, Puckett, it's not over yet.
And this is going to be trouble as Skadoodle finds the op kill. It's going to be up to Morgan. Morgas finished. Skadoodle holds strong at 3 meters against a Jet ult. T1 locks it in with a 26-7 across 2 maps. Pretty darn good stuff from the team that is trying to defend the title. They didn't win the last T1 Invitational, but if you look at their track record, one of the best win rates of all teams, and you gotta love the pickups here. Crashies and Food picked up by Fraud. Brax was highlighting their play in some of the pre-ranked games before they officially got signed on. After talking with the coach, they said, we definitely need to invest in this young talent. Both of them having a very big performance, 20 and 11. And honestly, I really like this switch up. Moving Food over to the Omen, keeping Brax on the